Welcome everybody. Ralph Havens here, Autoimmune Answers. And Jen and I have a saying that we say from time to time, and it's basically we were tracking the right information. We were really tracking that, and it's kind of like somebody that's a hunter or something that's tracking a deer or something, or some sort of person tracking somebody else through the woods. You're kind of on the right track. And years ago, I've had it seems like some of my teachers have looked a lot like this guy, like Yoda. And I've had, what came to mind today was I was doing my meditation and my letting go process, the peace process, and matrix energetics and everything I do to set up the day. What came to me was a time in San Diego. I'd already started doing what's called integrated manual therapy. So I already started with one of my Yoda teachers, Sharon Giammatteo, the integrated manual therapy medical intuitive person who changed my life and showed me what was possible for healing and being able to see things and change things and make a big impact in people's lives. And she really saved my life. And because of her, I've been able to help people where they're still on the planet because of her and her work. So I was already working with that. And this little woman came in. She was little because I say she's like about 5 foot tall. And she was a retired nurse. And she looked like Yoda. She had a buzz cut and lived in, I think, the hippie part of town in San Diego. And just really, really cool and just a lot of spirit. And some significant medical conditions. And so we were working with her and helping her. And she was doing great. And she would start coming in and telling me, Ralph, you have got to go to this Buddha Center, which is really like just a little apartment that was called the Buddha Center that some people had rented out and had different healers from Tibet and China come through there. And she said, there's this amazing guy that's a Qigong master. And he's doing these healing circles. And I was really busy. I tend to be busy. And so I was working so hard, taking 110 classes over 10 years. I was right in the middle of that. And working to build a business and had 5 therapists working for me and visiting doctors and trying to figure out the insurance thing. And had a consultant in Los Angeles that I was paying a lot of money to help me build the business and training everybody up. And I was really busy, and I basically worked from 7 in the morning till 11 at night, except for when I went for a run. And that's what I was doing. But she kept telling me, Ralph, you've got to go see this guy. You got to go see this guy. And every week she would come in and say that. And finally, after months and months and months, I went. And the first time I went, I was used to feeling energy and feeling stuff, and ate my tacos at this little taco stand in San Diego, and went into this apartment, and there was this Chinese guy sitting there in his Chinese outfit with about maybe 10 people there. And everybody put in their $5 for a donation. And he started doing these healing sound things. And so we all started chanting these healing sounds. And it got so intense. I started feeling stuff that I had never felt before, ever. It got so intense. My body was like vibrating. And I was like, what is this? I thought something bad was happening. Literally, I thought, are they running evil energy? Is something happening here? And so I left halfway through it. And because I could feel stuff, I checked in with my body, and all of my rhythms, my life rhythms, were really turned up in a very positive way. And I thought, wow, that's really good. And so then I went back to the office, and my little Yoda client came in, and I said, yeah, I went. It was really amazing. And so she just kept telling me, have you done your Qigong yet? Have you done your Qigong yet? And every time she came in, she kept telling me that. And I wasn't doing it much at all. And then I went back, and then I did some more with the Qigong in that healing center, actually the apartment that they were in. And I started getting into it. And then I took some classes from my Qigong teacher, Master Ming Gu. And I took more classes, and I brought some of their instructors into my office to do it every Wednesday. And that was an interesting day because I you know, we working all day long, and then Jen would run out and get us some takeout food, and come back. And after seeing clients all day, I'd eat food, and then we'd do qigong. And I was always like, oh my God, Federico, the teacher, was he would just take his time, and it was like, it was supposed to be like an hour or so. It'd be like 2 hours and 2.5 hours, and I'm like, oh God, I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm just so tired. And I would go home and then have a gluten-free beer and watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. This really funny, crazy show, just mindless, but kind of had a good heart kind of show. And just like, oh, I'm so done. And I just was like, just kind of like rushing through this like day and thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this qigong, but man, I wish it would be over. And oh God, it's just taking so long. But I kept in it. And my Yoda friend, client, kept saying, have you done your qigong yet? Have you done your qigong yet? And she was doing it twice a day, like an hour, twice a day. And I wasn't doing that much. And then at some point, Jen and I we're getting married, and we're going to go on our honeymoon. And Master Ming Gu said, Ralph, I'm not invested in very many things, but I am invested in you and Jen going and having your honeymoon in China while we do this retreat there. And I thought, I am too busy. There is no way I'm going to spend my honeymoon doing all this exercise and all this qigong and all this stuff. I'm going to go to Italy, man. And so we did. And to this day, Jen and I are like, man, it would have been really cool to do that. Now we can do it in a different way. So that's another video. But I'm just wondering, what would have happened if I hadn't listened to that client, that Yoda client, and hadn't gone to that qigong night? And what if I had left halfway through and I never came back? Or what if I had never taken the classes, or took the classes and never kept on doing it? And so like this morning, I did 2.5 hours of stuff today. You could call it qigong, you could call it matrix energetics, you could call it letting go, peace process. There's lots of stuff. And why would I do so much stuff like that, you know? And so what I think what I'm going to be doing is starting a new series, a new set of classes called What Am I? Because what I've noticed is not just the qigong, but the qigong is very, very, very important. There's a reason it's been around 5,000 plus years. And not just the matrix energetics, but it's so, so important, so valuable. There's amazing stuff that came through that. It's so pure. And not just the medical intuitive work, even though Sharon's gone, and I mean, she literally saved my life. No more cavities, no more anxiety, no more sweaty hands, great family, great life. It's like, yeah, it's not just that. All these things, there's a way to explore what you really are. And it's not all those techniques, yet those techniques can point you right to what it is. And there's its exploration. One of my teachers had a technique where you would go inside, and then you would like write down a whole bunch of stuff and try to come up with your mind of what you really were, what you really are. And this is not that. This is not that. Because my experience, you can't find, I don't think I can figure that out by writing it down and coming up with thoughts. It just doesn't seem to be the thing. I mean, I know there's some people that say that's the way you do it. It's not my experience. My experience is it has to go through your body, and you get healthier physically as you do these things. And then there's a way to go deep inside as you do these physical things, physical practices, and use your mind. There's a way to go deep inside and go beyond the technique. It's not a technique. And to go exploring what it is you truly are. And I think probably you could do it sitting there and not doing any physical exercise, but I don't think that quite does it the way using physical stuff does. Like, I think there's something really valuable to getting your physical body very, very, very healthy. and then go deep inside and notice what it is you truly, truly are. And then when that happens, something starts to happen. So I think there's a wisdom, a knowingness that starts to happen. And then you can do stuff like like I talked about in another video a day or two ago about how to pray or how to ask God for help or the infinite, and how to see it when it's there. And then it becomes a point of like decision time, because then it's like, if you're at a point in life where you're like, you know what, if I just knew what to do, I would do it, because it's just not working the way you want things to work, whether it's your health or your money or your relationships or your impact or what you think this life is all about for you. If you've been going along and it's just not getting you there, then it might be time to look and find something that might work better for you. And that's been my exploration all this time. Jen and I are about to leave this place. Our house inspection went very well, and it looks like a couple of weeks we'll be out of here. And when I first moved here, when I first saw this land back in 2013, and then we bought it in 2014, I was calling it Ralph and Jen's Healing and Transformation Space. And I thought it was going to be a place where we would have people coming here, and we would be doing our permaculture and building earthen houses, and people would be transforming and healing with all this stuff that we knew. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was for us. It was our 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, man. It was our challenge. It was sleeping outside for a year. It was like going through deep, deep pain and anguish and sadness and frustration and losing a lot of money. And there was something that happened through all that stuff that changed me, and changed Jen. And so miracles are so funny. They're so funny. But who's your Yoda? Who's your Yoda? Who's your Yoda? Where's your wake-up calls? Where's your little knock on the universe, from the universe, that says, hey, are you doing this yet? 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 And you might want to sit quietly and just notice, like, what is your wake-up call? Like, if you don't have what you want yet, what's going on? What's going on? And you might ask the universe, you know, hey, just tell me, because if it's something, if you want to do it, you can do it. You just got to know what to do, right? So that's what this work is all about. I think it's been our journey, and we're about to move to the next part of it. So if you want some of this stuff, I'll leave links here and below and all that kind of stuff. There's a free ebook, and there's free PDFs and videos to get you started, to go inside and start to explore what you truly are. And then my hope is that when you get the wake-up call, then you'll see that there is a decision, and you can decide what to do. And then maybe you'll do it. So let me know what you really want in life, like whether it's to end anxiety, or whether it's to find out who you truly are, or whether there's some sort of really big health challenge, or some kind of relationship thing or money thing. What do you really want? Leave a comment wherever you're seeing this, and let me know what that is. And then let me know what's going on. Like, is there something that's like your Yoda that's telling you, hey man, hey woman, do this? The world's getting so funny right now. It's getting so funny. It's just getting so funny. That's just that's a whole nother video too. So, all right. So I hope this finds you well. It's Sunday here if you're watching it live, and let's get out there and live. Let's really live. All right. Bye now.